once we got like halfway through America, we started the Nugent tour, which was like 20,000, 25,000 people a night. And even when you go in on at 7:30 till 8 o'clock doing a half an hour set, you might be playing in front of 15,000 of the 25,000 that are coming. And that is more than we'll play to on this English tour altogether on one night. That's the only reason we did well, is because America's so big. Things are on a bigger scale over there. It's like the buildings being taller. Their audiences aren't 2,000 or 3,000, their audience is 20,000 or 30,000. It's mental. That's the only reason we did well. I mean, we did well from an English point of view, but looking at it from an American point of view, we didn't do anything sparkling. We did equivalent of what maybe the Tigers of Pantang have done in England. They've not kicked anybody up the arse as such. They've made a little indent in somebody's trousers, you know, that's about it. We won Best New Band in Circus. We came second in Cream, and you know, which was nice. You know, a lot of people voted for us as Best New Band. But again, you know, I mean, like, that's just because they must like the songs or they must like the band. Not that we're aiming for them. We're British, I'm proud of it. We go out to America, we go out to Europe or Japan. We go out with the feeling and trying to put it over to the crowd that we're English. If you don't accept it, that's your hard lines. We're not selling out. I mean, like, I just get the impression that a lot of people in England think that when I go on stage in America, I start talking in a Yankee accent. Which I don't. You know, I talk in a broad Yorkshire accent, which I always do. If they don't like that, then that's their hard luck. It's not a sell-out thing at all. The fact that somebody likes us in America, you know, who can blame? I mean, Christ almighty, you give any band in England what we did on the last American tour and they do exactly the same thing. We get a chance to support you know, Gonzo in America. It's playing in front of 20,000, 30,000 people a night. You tell me a band that turned that down. A band in our position, not your Zeppelins or your UFOs maybe, but bands that were on our level, like Maiden, Saxon, Samson maybe, whatever. They'd have all jumped at it. The fact that we got a shit-hot management that can get it together, do that for us, they say, this is what's happening, take your pick, and we say that one. You know, it's not that they're doing it for us, they're doing it with us. You know, we get approached, what do you want to do? We say this, and they sort it out.
So you're with Lieber Krebs over there?
Yeah.
And they've got Nugent as well, haven't they?
Sorry?
They've got
Nugent, they got Nugent, which is why we got on the tour. You know, the Scorpions were the second on the bill band, which is also Lieber Krebs act, because Menchie handles the Scorps. Never read anything in the press about the Scorpions selling out to America. You see what I mean? It's political.
Yeah.
It's the fact that we got one album out and we go out there, and the Scorpions have had maybe 10 albums out, and they go to America. It's not so bad. I mean, really, it's no different. To me, it's no different. A band is a band, no matter how many albums they've had out. I mean, why restrict yourself to territories? If you're a musician, the ultimate ego trip for you, the ultimate thing you can have is to be well known worldwide, right? You know, even on the moon if there were people living there. If there were people living on another planet, you get people from Earth trying to get up there to play gigs. Really, you would if it were possible. You know, I mean, you want to be big worldwide, not just in England, not just in Europe, not just... A Japanese band will come to Britain to try and make it big. American band will come to Britain to try and make it bigger, so will a European band. An English band will go to Europe to try and break it. And America and Japan and everywhere else. You know? I mean, if people are going to knock us for selling out to America, then fair enough. They can knock us like hell. It won't make any difference to us because we know we haven't sold out. And people are realising now that we haven't sold out. It's just that people got the wrong end of the stick. That's all, because it happened so quickly.
Why didn't they got that?
Sorry?
Yeah, why didn't they got the wrong end of the stick?
I think because a lot of people, a lot of journalists, and when I say this, I mean, don't think that I'm getting at you, because I mean, you've never done anything on this except an album review, as far as I can remember. Certain journalists said, we produced the album at 4 FM play in America, which, like I said earlier on, is bullshit, because we did the album in December '79. We didn't go to America till May 1980. We didn't even know we were going.
Yeah.
We went on the 11th of May 1980. We didn't even know we were going till about a week before. So how the hell could we produce an album which came out 6 weeks earlier recorded 4 months earlier for an American audience. There's no way it could have been done unless we had prior knowledge of it, which we didn't. You see, a lot of people, because it did well in the States, and it wasn't a hard production. On Through the Night, I thought for the time was good. I don't like it so much now. It was good production for the time it came out, but a lot of people found it smoother than Vardis and Saxon, which we don't want to sound like them. We want to sound like Def Leppard. We don't want to sound like Saxon, Vardis, Samson, Iron Maiden, Tigers, anybody. We just want to sound like us. And we had a different kind of production. It was different to anybody else, which is what we wanted. And all we got for doing that was knocked for saying it's smooth and it sounds like an American. But having said that, people don't just buy an album for the production, they buy an album for the songs. And we wrote all those songs in a little tinny spoon factory in the middle of Sheffield, near Bramall Lane football ground where United play. We wrote all those songs there. How the hell can that have been aimed at America? We happen to write melodic songs. We write a few heavy metal songs like Get Your Rocks Off, Wasted, No No No, the new album, etc. We also write melodic stuff like Overture, Bringing on the Heartbreak, right? You know, we just like writing songs like that. You want to sing that, by the way? We just happen to like writing melodic songs because our influences don't so much come from bands like Motorhead. Our influences come from bands like Queen and Zeppelin, who write melodic songs. You know, that's the kind of thing we're into. As long as we are Def Leppard, we shall always write songs like we're writing now. There's no way we'll ever change it. We'll always do the odd heavy metal song because we like doing the odd heavy metal song. We'll always do a lot of melodic stuff because we like melody. You know, that's it. A lot of people in England aren't into that kind of thing, which is maybe why we've only got a small audience compared to Motorhead and Saxon and things like that. But one day, I know that people in England will accept us for the fact that we are Def Leppard and that's the way we are. And if they don't like it, then that's their, you know, they're missing out as far as I'm concerned. Because we are a good band. I know that. You know that. A lot of people know that. We are a good band. But a lot of people just don't want to accept us for the fact that we're not downright machine-run guitars all the time. We like a little bit of subtlety now and again. It's just the kind of thing we're into.
How long have you been together now?
As this actual lineup since November '78, so it's almost 3 years.
And you're the oldest of the band?
Yeah.
And
21.
How old are the others then?
I'm 21, Steve's 21, Pete's 21, they're the two guitarists are 21, Sav, the bass player, is 20, and Rick, the drummer's 17. So it's a young band. The average age works out like 20. You know, I mean, we are still young. We're very young. I mean, Christ, we've got 10 years ahead of us, and we'll still be young. In 10 years' time, we'll be the average age of some of the new wave of heavy metal bands now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we've got so much future ahead of us. You know, I mean, that's probably why we can take the knocks and live through it. I mean, we have taken we've taken as many knocks as any band I can think of. I mean, maybe not in your eyes, but I mean, like, we've seen this and that coming from God knows how many newspapers, radio stations, this and that, punters, kids in the street. I mean, I honestly, I've just got a flat in London, and one of the reasons that I've got a flat in London is because I can't stand walking down the street at night in Sheffield, because a kid comes up with a denim jacket on and spit on you.
Why's that?
Because they think that they're either jealous for the fact that they're still working in the steelworks where we used to work. We all used to work in the steelworks, or a variation of the steelworks. And we broke away from that. We had the guts, the courage and the talent to get away from that. They don't like it. Whereas any other band that I know from Sheffield, such as Geddes Ikes, I will personally be behind them 100%. The Scorpions played the Sheffield City Hall once, and we was guests because we're friends, right? Same management, we know them, we toured with them. They invited us down, we went down to see them. We were stood side stage, Klaus Main.